Welcome back. In this video, we're going to go around the circle again, and in this case learn about the titles and backgrounds of people who are involved in the various steps of patenting, and also relate those to the courses that we offer here at Notre Dame, which might teach you those skills. So the title of someone who's an idea generator at a research-based company is probably going to be a researcher of some sort. They're a lead scientist or an engineer or something, but their function, if not their title, is going to be researcher. They don't have to have a particular background for this role. Generally speaking, however, they have either a science or an engineering background because they are making things that are either scientific or engineering based. Those people who are in the harvesting function can go by a variety of titles, and it may be that they are doing things like project management or business development, and those would be sort of the business management side, or they may have a title that's like a patent engineer or a patent scientist or a patent agent. Those are the people who are assessing the patentability side of a particular idea. These people have backgrounds usually in science and engineering, also frequently in business or obviously law. Writing and filing a patent application. People who do this job have a similar variety of titles. They could be called patent engineers or patent scientists or patent agents or patent attorneys. Patent engineer and patent scientist are kind of made-up terms. They denote a function for a person, so they are working in patents and they are a scientist or an engineer by training. However, patent agent and patent attorney mean something specific. So someone who calls himself or herself either a patent agent or a patent attorney has passed the U.S. Patent and Trademarks Office's registration to practice in patent cases, or the patent bar exam. This is a 100-question exam, it's all multiple choice, and as I'm recording this, the pass rate's about 45%, so it's a very hard exam. Those people are licensed by the U.S. Patent Office to help other people get patents. There are other people like patent engineers and patent scientists who help and assist patent agents and patent attorneys, but the only person who is actually allowed to formally sign documents are patent agents or patent attorneys. To be a patent agent or a patent attorney, and generally a scientist or engineer as well, you must have a background in science or engineering. The requirements to take that patent bar exam are that you have a background in a technical discipline. And so this is actually a job option for people who have this background that's not very well known and is consequently a very strong need in the economy right now. There's only around 2,000 new patent agents and attorneys each year, and there was over 500,000 patent applications filed last year. So there's a big disparity in terms of how many people have the skill set and the credentials to be able to do this job, and the amount of work that there is actually to be done. So if you have a background in either science or engineering, this might be a really great career fit for you. There's a lot of writing and reading and analysis, but no bench work. So if you like the bench work, this wouldn't be a good fit. If you enjoy writing and sort of being not argumentative but analytical, this would be a great fit for you. To cap up this bit, because I've talked on for a bit, the people who can write and file patent applications are generally patent agents or patent attorneys and people who assist them with job titles like scientists, patent scientist, or patent engineer. The people who work at the patent office to examine patents are always called patent examiners, and they, like agents and patent attorneys, have a science or engineering background. Patent examiners are generally matched their background to the type of patent that they are examining. So this is also sort of in that lesser known but very interesting bucket of career potential for scientists and engineers. Then finally, the people who enforce patents. So they are called patent litigators or patent attorneys, but litigators are the people who go to court, and they may or may not have a technical background. So if you think about who a litigator is talking to, it's quite often a jury of 12 people. Most of those jury members are not going to have a technical background, so it's often beneficial for the litigator also not to have a technical background and just be able to talk to them in terms of sort of a high-level understanding of the technology rather than a very in-depth understanding that someone with a PhD, for instance, would understand on a particular technology. Okay, so those are all the job titles and the technical backgrounds. One last go around. and we'll talk about what the courses that we teach that pair up with each of these buckets. So in the master's program in patent law and also in the certificate in patent prosecution, we don't teach you how to become a researcher. We presume that you have come to us with that background already in place. We do, however, teach you some information that would be helpful if you were interested in a career in this harvesting function. So our patent searching class teaches you how to find all the other patents which are out there that might be relevant to the technology that you're looking at, and that will help you assess whether there's commercial viability as well as whether there's something which is actually patentable there. We have a whole course on how to write patent applications in both the certificate in patent prosecution as well as in the master's in patent law. And this is a huge skill that's very important. Writing a patent application, as I mentioned in the first video, is not a matter of filling out a form. It is a matter of describing a technology in a very in-depth level of detail. And there is both important legal and scientific or engineering requirements that go along with that. And this class teaches you how to balance those various requirements. Patent examination is also called patent prosecution, in distinction to litigation, and we also have a whole course about how to do that. Negotiating with the patent office to get a filed application issued as a patent is also a very special skill, and we spend a whole course teaching you how to do that. And then finally, litigation we do talk a little bit about in some of our courses. We don't teach any litigation courses. So we really do focus on the process of getting a patent in both the MS in patent law and the certificate in patent prosecution. So I hope you've learned some stuff and a little bit more about the patenting process.